Welcome to the Cycling Bugs how-to video guides. We're here at Old Street Cafe, Look Mum No Hands, the capital's cycling mecca for the local community. We're here to bring you a series of easy-to-follow video guides from bike maintenance to basic bike manoeuvres. We're also going to be bringing you some tips on what to do before, during and after your ride. Today we're looking at how to remove and replace brake blocks. The first type of block we're going to look at is the Shimano Tiagra, which is a solid block. The first thing that we're going to want to do is remove the front wheel from the equation so we can access the blocks freely. To do this, we have to lift the lever on the brakes to open the calipers out and undo the quick release. Once this is undone, our wheel should just drop out and we can put to one side. Now the wheel's out of the way, we can actually access the blocks without having to fiddle around. So with a 4mm Allen key, we're going to undo the block, loosen it off. What we need to be aware of is the washers and where the spacers are kept. So on this particular setup at the moment, we've got one washer behind and one washer in front. So carefully remove the bolts, making sure we don't lose the washers. Replacing the pad, opposite happens, so the bolt goes through and meets the block. Do this up by finger for a while. Before we actually tighten it up, we've got to align it with the wheel. So the wheel's going to have to come back in. Like so. Okay, to line the block up, what we need to do is visualize it onto the rim, and then we can pull the brake caliper on, like so, making sure that none of the block is in contact with the tyre and that it's all on the braking surface of the wheel. Once this is done, we can then tighten up the bolt. Like so. Put it back down, and we're set to go. So earlier on we were looking at the solid brake block system. Now we're going to have a quick look at what you do with the replaceable inserts. As before, as with the other bike, what we're going to do is we're going to lift the cantilever up. We're then actually going to remove the front wheel again. Dropping the front wheel out of the way. Again, this gives us free access to use and get the pads in and out. Looking for the small Allen key in on the small bolt. We're going to back this bolt off almost to the point where it comes out. This then should allow us to actually press from the front to the back, and the insert should just slide through. Like so. And then the same again on the other side with the Allen key. Almost till it's right out. Remove, nice and simply, and then we replace. Each block will have a forwards marker on it so you know which way it should be fitting in. It'll almost always be marked with an R and an L as well, so you know which side. So we have an R marked on this pad, so we can literally just slide it on in, pulling the calipers together slightly so we can get it lined up. Just press, keep on pushing all the way in until our pad is right at the front of the shoe. Then do up the Allen key. So that's tight. Then we do the other side. You'll also note that there's a groove cut into the back of the pad. This is where the bolt then sits into. So again, squeeze the caliper together, slide our block in to the very front of the shoe, tighten up. The advantage with this system is basically that we haven't moved the shoe at all, so it's going to be aligned with our rim as long as we haven't changed our wheel type. So we get our wheel back. So now placing the wheel back in, need to bear in mind you may need to let a little bit of air out of your tyre, or you can use your barrel adjuster here to actually open the caliper out further. Once your wheel's in, tighten your skewer back up. So we know the wheel's in and all secure. Close down our caliper and we're good to go. Hope this helps. For more tips, videos and to share your experiences on the most supportive and friendly cycling community on the web, please visit The Cycling Bug.